Hello my lovelies, welcome to the channel. I would like to show you how to go about adjusting your pelvis. So in the last few days I've had quite a pain in my right side, also in my right buttock and down into the groin. So I've tested myself to see what could be the cause of that, and I've discovered that my pelvis has been out of alignment. And so I've done certain things to make adjustments to it, and it is feeling a great deal better. It came on just about the full moon that we had in Aries a day or so ago. So I'll show you how to test yourself to see if your pelvis is out of alignment, and then I'll show you what I've been using to help me to make the adjustment. I actually have what is called a chi machine, and I spend 15 minutes on this chi machine, and then I'll test again and I'll show you the results. So if you have your feet, no shoes on, firmly planted on the ground, and then just copy what I do. So you bring your arms up and you put your hands together and you bring them down. So this is showing me, if you can see, that my right hand, which is the left to you, is lower. The fingers are lower. And also, the right hand is slightly forward. The fingers of the right hand are slightly forward. So this actually represents your pelvis. I know it sounds weird, but it's all to do with the musculature in your body. So when we do the work on the chi machine, and then I'll do this test again to see how that has changed. Sometimes, once we've done the adjustment, it can actually go quite differently, and you think, oh my goodness, it's even more out of alignment. But it just takes a little while for your body to come back into the perfect alignment for you. So with your hips, so your pelvic area, you've got your hip bones here, your ASIS, which is your anterior superior iliac spine. Your pelvis is like a cauldron, so it holds not only internal organs, so you've got your large intestine, small intestine, your bladder, spleen across here, plus the pancreas, your ladies' bits and your men's bits down here. So when we are working with the pelvic area, we hold an awful lot of emotions. Also, with regard to the pain I felt in my bum, around the sciatic nerve. So where you have, at the back of the pelvis, you have 3 fused bones, which are the last 3 vertebrae of your spine. And they have 3 sets of foramen, which are holes. So the first 2 holes are this big, and then they get smaller, and then 2 more. So the first 2 holes in that tailbone section, like a V, is where the sciatic nerve runs through. And the sciatic nerve is the largest nerve in your body. So if you can imagine that the nerve is that large, that runs through those 2 top holes in your sacral bones, and those nerves can get squished or trapped by your muscles. So if you're holding on to something in that area, that's when you can have sciatica, which will run all the way down the back of your leg to your little toe, and the little toe is the bladder meridian. And I remember when I was training how to remember that, because it was wee, wee, wee all the way home. So this little piggy went to market. So the last toe, the little toe, is your bladder meridian. So with regard to the emotions that we hold in this area, it is to do with humiliation and ridicule. So for both men and for women, if you've ever been ridiculed or humiliated, that's where you hold it, in your buttocks. And also the emotions that we hold in this area here can be to do with how we can't express ourselves with another person. So if you've been hurt or you've been wounded or you've been criticized in any way, we can hold those emotions in this cauldron, and the cauldron will keep stirring and stirring and stirring unless we allow those energies to be expressed. So we have running down from here, this is the stomach meridian, and the stomach meridian works with the spleen. So in the Chinese medicine way of looking at things, pairs of organs work together. So the stomach and the spleen meridians work together, and the stomach is to do with our hunger for life. Are you starving for adventure, for learning new things in your life? Are you sated? Are you bloated? Are you overwhelmed with too much information coming at you? And so this meridian runs down through your tonsils, down through the nipples, both men and women. For the ladies, it runs through your ovaries. For the gentlemen, it runs through your testicles, and then down the front of your legs to your second toe. So it's quite a long channel of energy running all the way down. So as we're looking at trying to adjust the pelvis, my pelvis is out of alignment, not as bad as it was, but it still is. So to exaggerate how it is lifted, and also it is twisted backwards. So once I've done some work on the chi machine, and I also have a little meditation as I'm going through it about releasing and releasing and releasing these trapped emotions, both front and back. Our back is our past, it's what's behind us. And if you can imagine a great big rucksack with rocks in it, that you've been lugging around for years and years and years, and even from past existences, we can bring that stuff with us because it's behind us and it's what we bring into the now. So as we work on releasing all of these emotions and blocks and stuff that no longer serves us, you may find that you burp and also you fart. There's been a lot of farting going on, not just with me, but with other people and also the cats around me too. And I came across something just the other day with regard to the pelvis and also the chakra system that we have here. So the second chakra, first one being red, the second one being orange. Orange is to do with your joy of living. And the right side is our male energy. The left side is our female energy. So I tuned into this the other day. I said, well, why is it this side that's out of alignment? And this is my divine masculine energy. So yes, I'm intuitive. Yes, I'm psychic and I can do all this woo-woo stuff. But I have been out of alignment for a while and bringing in that divine masculine, and that's action. It's getting off your bum and actually doing it. So taking action with all sorts of things that you may be putting off or have been afraid to tackle. Now is actually the time to do something about it. So I hope this makes sense to you, my lovely viewers. If you have any questions that you'd like to ask me about the body and how all of that works, or you have any questions about woo-woo stuff that's going on, I'm not going to do personal answers, but if there's something you have a question about the general energies going on the planet, then I'm happy to tune into that and see what we come up with. Also, I'm going to do another little video in a while with Sirius, Master Sirius the cat, because he also has some messages he'd like to share with you. So watch for part 2, because I'll show you how I use the chi machine. So bye for now.